the coast of bodies that was washed in out the Atlantic. And Nuala Hughes, she married to a Jersey out in Germany. And her husband was interested in something about it one time. I mentioned it and I got the task of finding out more about it. There was 5 or 6 of them buried in Murrisk, and out in Cully, in the half parish of Louisburg, away out at the point of Killeray Harbour. One or two buried there, and there's a book on it. The Office of Public Works looks after these graves and then recovers the money from the other governments. That stops British soldiers or they come down looking after them. And it was all in detail. There's a book available from the Office of Public Works on that. This represents nearly every country around here, buried around it.
But they're in Murrisk and Clare Island.
But they got all exhumed and brought. There's a German graveyard it's on the border between County Dublin and County Wicklow. In the old quarry. Around there.
Didn't the plane crash down on Achill Island in the 50s?
They did. There was a number of plane crashes. There was a number of them. A plane landed coming over from Canada and it ran out of fuel. And it landed as you go down to Rooney. There.
Safely.
Jerry Bracken brought the pilot over back again, what kind of a reunion there before he died. They did. The RAF came down from the north and they dismantled it. And poor George O'Connell was nearly arrested for taking photographs of them. They had the British Army uniform on them and they had an Irish Army overcoat.
And what year was that about?
Would have been the height of the war.
On the war, okay.
And then we were all sent home from school one day, or at home. And an RAF bomber set off to bomb Germany. And the steering went skewers in it. And it was locked on a course. And they intended to shoot it down coming over the Irish Sea, but it got into cloud or something. And it made its way down. Oh, it crawled away, and it was only crawling. I believe you could keep up to it on the bicycle in the Bannerrobe Road. And it had come down to the levels and up again and out again. But there was apparently an SOS from the guards, and we were all sent home from school. They say that it went lower than the spire of the Protestant church. And it crawled out over the bay and it crashed into the sea just outside Clare Island. I was told there was 2 RAF fighters tailed it, and as soon as it got over international waters, they let it have it and shot it down.
What about the people inside it?
Well, there was nobody in it.
Oh
no, the pilots and all had bailed out.
Okay.
They bailed out, but it was loaded with bombs.
What about the one down in Croghan in Achill then? That was the 50s, is it?
That was later down.
That was a weather plane, I think, was it? I've seen that one actually. It's still up there. Bits of it's still up there.
Bits were up there.
Engines and that, yeah. I think there was 7 or 8 killed in that.
Was,
and you know they talk about accident investigations and all. They know they're doing the one in Achill. All the locals took it apart and brought it down and made sheds and put roofs on houses from the aluminium in it or whatever.
It's actually. I'll tell you a bit of story about it. Superintendent Moore, you remember him here?
No.
He was the guard superintendent here, and he was a big tall man. Who wanted just to get on with life, nice and quietly. And he'd have a pint above him Clark's.
Right.
With only Hughes and Crowther. One night there was a knock on the door and 2 guards called to send him out to them. And he went back in again and he finished his pint and he says, I have to go. There was a journalist here in town. He was editor of the Mayo News of the town. I don't know if I can think of his name. No. He was married to a sister, she was married to which would be an aunt of Ray Burke, the TD. Old Paddy Burke was the father. He was a character now. That was in the Mayo News. Was on James's Street, and he was a master for porter. And he smelled business when the superintendent was called out. And he followed him and he positioned himself below at the barrack on the steps. And he came out. He got a lift to the super down Jackal. Well, very few carers now around at the time you were talking about right? Less phones. And he was so batty cute. When he got in, when he arrived in Ackle, he didn't go heading up the top of the mountain. There was 2 phone lines into Ackle, international phone lines that you could make an international call on. He booked the 2 calls. Everything was manual that time, operator assistant. He booked the 2 lines. So, and he got the story then. And when Tony LaBella and all the other reporters arrived, they couldn't make a phone call out. Your man had to monopolise, and he sent his message to the Times and to Reuters News Agency and to all these. And he was supposed to have made £800, which was like
that time
80,000
And that was the year the one that crashed in Croghan, was it?
That was the one that crashed up in Croghan.
Oh yeah, yes. It's still up there anyway.
Yeah. This is in the First World War.
At Petty Joe Fives?
Yes.
Up in Sheehan, yeah.
Yeah, they are out there someplace in the ground, McCormick's Field or somewhere out there.
First World War.
In the First World War time, there was a
They were very basic planes that time.
There was a
base
base in the Castle Bar.
Was there?
There was.
Yeah.
There was.
Okay.
One came down there. But there was ones down across the line and down there, and they all crashed during the war.
Second World War or First World
Second
War?
World War.
Second World War, yeah.
And there were.
Lovely.